Hello, guys. This is Alex Julian or Aloysius Zanneman here. I give a toast to you with this Monster Zero Ultra Energy. I'm waking up in the morning. It is right now about 4:55 a.m. in the morning, and I'm just getting some caffeine into my system to wake up with this protocol that I have for a talk show. And this early morning, I will be talking about the bagel breakfast sandwiches at McDonald's, such as the bacon, egg, and cheese bagel, the sausage, egg, and cheese bagel, and the steak, egg, and cheese bagel at McDonald's. And I give a toast to you as I discuss these very interesting and wonderful breakfast sandwiches at McDonald's. Because definitely McDonald's is still reigning supreme when it comes to breakfast in the morning. Here's a toast. Ugh. So, as you can see, I have a Toronto Blue Jays hat on with my support of Canada. And hey, I've had maple syrup from Canada. I know there's a lot of value to getting that chew done. And so, with these bagel sandwiches at McDonald's, well, here's a question I have. How come there's bagel sandwiches for breakfast, but no bagel sandwiches for lunch or dinner? Yeah. Could you imagine um, a Big Mac style bagel sandwich at McDonald's? But then again, that egg is important because that egg does help stabilize a lot of the impact of the bagel sandwich as it reaches for the mouth. As it reaches for the uh, the atmosphere of taste with word of mouth. And definitely, it is really good that there is soda and tea and such available for breakfast at McDonald's. Um, I am not always a fan of coffee in the morning around here in southwest of California because it still gets warm and fuzzy and a little bit risky when it comes to the summer weather here in the California state. And the summer is here, whether it is morning, afternoon, or evening. It's summer 24/7 here in the Southwest state. But definitely, when it comes to bagel sandwiches at McDonald's, there's things to improve on for the sandwiches in the future. Um, it does take quite a bit to think about it. Definitely, one thing that is really confusing is the menu at McDonald's. Because the menu at McDonald's for breakfast in the morning splits apart depending on what device is on display for the breakfast items at McDonald's. And it can make it seem like um, only such and such items are available to such and such devices, whether it's phone or kiosk or walk in for the stand in line menu. But the cheese and butter combination for the bagel sandwiches do help lift it up. They do, and the butter does act as a kind of sauce for the bagel sandwiches. Although my favorite right now is bacon, egg, and cheese bagel sandwich with addition of ketchup and mustard. I get ketchup and mustard packets for my bagel sandwiches in the morning, and I let them cook it. I let them cook it. I let them handle my bagel sandwiches. And it's like going to a bakery in the morning. I'm one of those Californians who often likes to go out for breakfast, go out for lunch, go out for dinner because I think it's healthy for the economy to go out and search for a little bit of an adventure. And and definitely my family right now currently is very well off because we paid off our house and we own our house. And um, um, and there's just just a little bit of taxes to pay for the house every year, and it's very cost free. But definitely, um, the bagels do get sloppy for breakfast in the morning, and some fast food customers do make a big deal out of it. Um, I was watching a Polly Pocket cartoon on YouTube, and a critic on this episode complained about his uh, fast food sandwich disintegrating, as in being really messy and sloppy and going all over the place from him trying to eat it. And, well, yep, I agree with that. Um, Definitely, there should always be something on the menu that does not require fork and knife. And these bagel sandwiches at McDonald's may almost require fork and knife to eat with. And definitely not every sandwich can actually be eaten with the hands. A good example of a sandwich like that is an open face chili cheeseburger sandwich where it's served with half of a bun and with a lot of chili, and you traditionally eat it in the Western California with a fork and a knife. It's not actually eaten with a hand with that one. I gotta set up a tea party sometime in the future for my videos. It does get very complex and industrial when it comes to setting up videos for such surprises and such events. But yeah, um, it is definitely possible at McDonald's for breakfast in the morning that the bagels themselves do not quite taste as fresh as their biscuits. And it does get difficult to tell if the bagels at McDonald's really are fresh because of how they can taste kind of awkward and chewy. And hey, I'm sure McDonald's restaurants looking at this video are making faces and maybe giving themselves face palms. But hey, I mean, McDonald's does serve a lot of breakfast items, and well, there's got to be some things better than other things on the menu. Uh, I mean, is it the menu for breakfast at McDonald's is not set up so that way all items are created equal um, for the morning. It's definitely not a menu like that. There will be champions and contenders and losers when it comes to a menu in the morning. And, I remember that um, I remember that bagel sandwiches at McDonald's for breakfast in the morning do come with a lot of appeal at the surface, but definitely when there's chew to it, um, definitely uh, the bagels are not the absolute freshest bread at McDonald's. And the egg and cheese and meat combination does vary. The bacon is jerky, the sausage is floppy, and the steak is sloppy. And that describes the taste as well as the texture and the quality of those three choices of meats at McDonald's. And oh, if you order steak, egg, and cheese bagel at McDonald's, oh, um, you are in for a treat, a real treat. So much of a treat, in fact, that you'll be wondering if you need extra napkins to take care of all of that butter and cheese and egg along with the steak. The sausage is kind of like the medium go to between the jerky bacon and the sloppy steak because it's just a floppy sausage and it gives kind of like a medium tune to uh, the bagel breakfast phenomenon at McDonald's. And definitely when it comes to this talk show that I'm doing for these McDonald's breakfast sandwiches, definitely there's pending conditions and pending terms when it comes to um, the weather going on right now here in southwestern California, with there being a little bit of a chill in the morning, especially with my ice cold beverage here of Monster Zero Sugar Ultra. My blood pressure is in check, and that's good because I like to keep an eye on where my blood pressure is when it comes to the early rise in the morning and the later binges for lunch and dinner towards bedtime. But I think these bagel sandwiches at McDonald's are best eaten if you choose condiments for these sandwiches. And it still bothers me. It bothers me that McDonald's can give me condiments for my breakfast items in the morning, while at the same time they do not bother recommending condiments in the morning. So it's like they have condiments in the morning, but they do not talk about condiments in the morning. And that is really annoying, and that is the downfall of these breakfast sandwiches at McDonald's, including with a bagel. So what's my rating for the bagel sandwiches at McDonald's? Well, bacon, I would give a 2 stars out of 5. Sausage, I give 2.5 stars out of 5. And steak, the steak one at McDonald's, I give that a whopping 4.5 stars out of 5 for that steak sandwich at McDonald's. The worst enemy in general of these bagel breakfast sandwiches is the bagel itself, and that's important, and well, that's the notion that I have about it. And so basically the best one is the steak, the worst one is the bacon, and the medium go-to is the sausage. And that is because the bacon is jerky, the sausage is floppy, and the steak is sloppy. And I like to have a bit of a sloppy Joe every morning when I go to McDonald's.